I'm going to be making some tarts today and they're not sweet. These are my duck and tomato tarte fin. Now, if you don't know what a tarte fin is, it just means they're really thin and not too many ingredients. As you can see, the major ingredients here are tomato, duck, and a little bit of tapenade. So let's get on with the pastry. I've got some beautiful puff pastry here and we're just going to take it out of its pack. It's quite chilled. What we need is a cookie cutter, or I just use a bowl just like this. You want them to be around 15 to 20 centimetres wide, but this recipe also works really well if you wanted to make small ones too. So it's completely up to you on what shape you use. And you just want to trace around it to get our base, just like that. Take it off and we'll place it on a tray here. This is non-stick, so that's fine. If not, just put a bit of baking paper on the bottom. I love using puff pastry for this because it becomes so crispy and golden brown in the oven. And, you know, it really becomes quite a substantial entree if you're serving this to a few people for a dinner party. All right, put them on our second tray here. Now, onto the toppings. We've got some ready roasted duck breast here. We're just going to take it out of the packet. This is already cooked, so it just needs to be heated up. And you want to cut it quite thin. Because we've just got one base of pastry there, we don't want it to be soggy. So as thin as possible for this, just like that. And I'm leaving the fat on it. You can take it off if you like. All right, we've got plenty of duck here now, so we'll just move that to the side. For our tomatoes, now you could use some little cherry tomatoes for this. I'm going to use 2 large tomatoes because I want to form a little rose shape on the pastry. So again, we're going to cut rounds of tomatoes and get them as thin as possible, just like this. When I'm cutting tomatoes like this, just for stability, I always use a serrated knife. It's much easier to cut through. All right, let's start building our beautiful tarts. So some good quality olive tapenade, or of course you can make it at home. Very easy, just olives, a little bit of garlic, anchovy and some olive oil. And we want about a tablespoon per base. We want to spread that out. I might need just a little bit more, just like that. Spreading it out nice and evenly. And then I get a piece of duck and a tomato and we just go around it in a circle. So 2 pieces, just like that. Then we layer a piece of tomato, some more duck, and repeat the process. You can see how gorgeous this is looking with the rounds there. A little bit of salt, just a touch, a little bit of olive oil, especially on those tomatoes, and a good crack of pepper. What we also want to do is get an egg wash. So I've just got 2 egg yolks here, and I'll just put a little bit of water in there just to bind that quite nicely and also to ensure it's not too thick. And very lightly, just brush around just where you can see a little bit of that puff pastry. So when it puffs up, it's going to be super golden brown. I've also preheated the oven to 190 degrees. And once I've finished preparing these, they're going to go in for about 25 to 35 minutes or until that pastry is really golden brown. Our tarts have come out of the oven now, and just look at that puff pastry. It's got all the beautiful layers there and it's golden brown. So I love to just get these and place them on a big platter just like this. I'll just add 2 to this plate, and to finish off, a little bit of fresh basil here. Look at this fresh basil. And I just like to pick it, big leaves, small leaves, a little bit of everything just on top like this. It smells wonderful, and I've got some really good quality olive oil here. This is just to finish it off, just to dress it, just a drizzle on each of those tarts. This is a wonderful little entree, or even just a light meal. You could add a little salad to the side of it, but most importantly, it's a fantastic way to use duck.